There's a lot going on here in Washington. We have the ruling in Virginia, that Richmond federal judge ruling on the health care legislation, and of course this big tax cut vote. I'm joined by Maryland Senator Ben Cardin. Thank you for the time. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Lots of things happening. Let me ask first of all your reaction to this ruling that a federal judge in Virginia has ruled unconstitutional, at least this one provision in the health care law regarding the insurance mandate.
Well, as you know, there have been now 3 court decisions. 2 have upheld the constitutionality. 1 has not. This is going to be determined by the Supreme Court, by our appellate court. So I think this is just one decision along the way. I think it is constitutional. I find it hard to believe that the courts would rule that programs that require participation violate the Constitution. That would call into question programs such as Social Security. And I just don't think we're going to go down that road.
Do you think this is going to embolden Republicans? We've already seen some of the press releases coming out saying this is going to add more fuel to their efforts to try and repeal this legislation.
Well, clearly we're going to have our differences here on Capitol Hill. I think the legal issues are pretty much in favor of the bill. There's going to be some differences among the parties on how we proceed on health care, but I would hope we would have a common commitment to make sure all Americans have access to affordable quality care.
Let me ask you about the tax compromise. It's going to hit the floor in just about an hour or so. You prepared to support this legislation? Because some of your Democratic colleagues, certainly over in the House, have real problems with it.
Well, there's a lot of good stuff in this bill, a lot of good provisions. The continuation of tax breaks for middle-income families, that's absolutely essential that we don't see rates go up for middle-income families. The unemployment insurance extension, that's very important to get done. I don't like the provisions about the estate tax or the high-income extensions, but they're temporary, they're 2 years, and we're going to have to get back to this issue as we deal with deficit reduction. So, like any political compromise, there's some good, there's some things I would like to do differently, but I'm pleased that the political process is working and we're dealing with a major issue that we need to deal with.
So Ben Cardin's a yes today?
I'm going to vote so we do not filibuster it. Yes, I'm going to vote to end cloture.
Do you expect any other major changes on the floor here in the Senate, or do you expect the compromise?
Well, I know they're still working on that. I hope that we will be able to consider some changes in this legislation. I hope we can deal with some of the matters that I think need a little bit more time before we act on it. But I want to make sure we get it done this year, and that we continue to work together, Democrats and Republicans, to make sure that tax rates do not go up for middle-income families.
I'm going to sneak one last question in. Another topic, don't ask, don't tell. It's been another controversial issue here. You're a co-sponsor of legislation to try and move that on its own, separate from the defense authorization bill. Your chances, your level of optimism that can get done again before the end of the year?
Well, I can tell you, I can talk to my colleagues. We're willing to stay here as long as we need to get this done. This is a very important issue. It should have been done long before now. We got a chance to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Let's get it done this year.
And you think that's going to happen?
I don't know. I just hope our men and women in our armed forces make incredible sacrifices for us every day. The least we can do is to allow them to continue to serve in the military without being deceitful. This is something that should be done. It's the right value for America, and I'm going to do everything I can to see it happens this year.
All right, Senator Ben Cardin, Democrat of Maryland, thanks for the time.